Hey guys, it's koolysmiley, and some of your guys' favorite videos on my channel are the monthly favorites. And I forgot to make one for July and now August. It is now September. I am late, but I am filming this on the 2nd of September, and you guys are just seeing it now. But I asked you guys in chat on my stream if you guys would want one big favorites video after Halloween, or if I should just do July and August and then September and October. You guys said a July and August. You guys wanted to see this, and I don't want to make content you guys don't want to see, so I'm gonna make content that you do in fact want to see. So welcome to my July and August favorites. July and August favorites? Let's do this. The first thing on my list in July like 1st through the 3rd or something, I was invited to be a guest at RTX, Rooster Teeth convention. I got to speak on a panel. I got to play games in the middle of the exhibit hall with John and Blaine and Blizz from Squad Team Force. I got to watch my best friend, Blizz Bear, be announced that he is now a member of Squad Team Force. I got to meet some amazing people, some people that I've known via the internet for years. I finally got to meet them in person, and I had a really, really great time. So thank you so much, Rooster Teeth, for having me, and thank you to anybody that came to the convention and like came up to me and said hi and took a picture with me. That shit is wild, and I know that I have viewers. I have a community of people who consume my content and enjoy the stuff that I like to talk about and like to talk about those things with me. I know that y'all exist. But going to a convention and some of y'all actually coming up to me makes that shit tangible, and it blows my mind. I don't think words will ever describe how wild that feeling is, but thank you guys so much for being a part of that. While we are on the topic of Rooster Teeth, I also got to guest star as a voice on the Stinky Dragon podcast, Tale of the Stinky Dragon. I got to play Blaine's character's mom and little sister in episode 55, and I believe 58? I'll have to fact check that. Caesar will tell you right now. Nice. Yeah, it's always been my dream to be on a D&D podcast, and this year I got to be on 2. I got to be a voice in the Stinky Dragon pod, and I got to play in another one, which is on my list, so we'll get back to that later, because that's not till August. But it's super exciting to get to do voice work. It's so validating. It's something I've wanted to do my whole life, and I've gotten to do it so much this year, so I can't wait to see where my journey leads with voice acting. The third thing on my list just says Eddie Munson. Listen, he is a good-looking man with tattoos and who is a DM. Need I say more? I'm not a fangirl, you are. Okay, in the month of July, I started watching a new trash TV that some of you guys have been telling me I've needed to watch for 5 ever. So I finally did it. I bit the bullet, and I got Hulu, and I have been watching Love Island UK. And I can't stop watching it. I can't stop talking. Like, I've been watching a lot of Love Island and doing banter. Yeah, taking the piss. Something, cracking on. He's fit. He's well fit. Yeah, that's how I wish that I could date a British person or like someone from the UK of some sort so that they could call me a bird. I don't know. Being called a bird sounds so nice. It's like they're kind of objectifying you a little bit, but like sweeter somehow. Anyway, all the accents are everything, and my little neurodivergent brain, I can't stop talking like all of the people on Love Island. I love it. I've also decided that I can't watch reality TV without like walking on my treadmill, and because I crave watching Love Island so much, I'm also just always on my treadmill, and I don't know, it's actually been really nice and probably good for my mental health. Who knew? Who knew taking a walk every day was good for your mental health? Not me. So in June, we did a subathon, and one of the incentives was that if we hit a certain amount of subs, I would be able to buy a Bose headset that I have been looking at for like a very long time. I get overwhelmed and overstimulated, and I really love having noise-canceling headphones for when I need to go to the grocery store or when I need to journal, etc. So you guys made it happen, and I finally bought myself a pair of noise-canceling Bose headphones, and it's been great. I went to the grocery store on a Saturday because it was the only day I could do it that week. And usually I'm already in a panic attack seeing that parking lot. It was so full, y'all. It was so full. But I put on my mask and I put on my Bose headphones and I listened to the Adventure Zone, my friend Travis McElroy's family's podcast, and I stayed calm for a whole grocery store trip. I can't remember the last time that happened. It must have been before the pandemic. So anyway, they've just been really, really great. I've been going to the pool in my neighborhood in the mornings and listening to like classical, like Jane Austen-esque music and reading smutty period novels and or journaling. And oh my God, it's like my favorite way to start a day. You guys know that I love having a game to play when I'm offline, a game that I can just chill out on my couch, not think about making content, and just like zone out, vibe, cuddle with the pup, and escape into a world that is not my own. For those of you who know me, you know that my favorite series of all time is the Dragon Age games. I have played through Dragon Age Origins thousands of hours. I have done every character race, sex, class, choice you can make, romance options. I've done it all. And I did the same with Dragon Age Inquisition. And with Dragon Age 2, got a lot of bad rep. Like, people didn't really like Dragon Age 2. There was a lot of issues with the game. It gets repetitive. They reused maps and just, like, flipped them around and just, like, painted them separate, like, slightly different. And I agree. That was shitty. They should have just, like, tried a little bit harder and it would have been an amazing game. But the storyline is, like, worth it, in my opinion. But it is a game that I've always had to space out. And lately, I was just like, I need an offline game. I need one that I know. I need one that I know that can chill me out and that I know what I'm getting into. And that's Dragon Age 2. I've played Dragon Age Origins so much and Dragon Age Inquisition so much, I had to do Dragon Age 2. And so I've been replaying that, romancing Isabella because I'm no fool, and I've been having a great time. It's such a good game. Also, coming back to like morally gray area RPG games, years later, after your perception of the world has changed, is wild. Like, I used to think these games were so black and white, and they are not. I won't spoil anything for Dragon Age 2 in case any of you guys want to play it. I have now very easily sided with a group that I never would have sided with years ago, and I used to think it was like so bad. But now I'm like, why the hell did I ever side with the other group? Anyway, that's the tea. That's the tea. She's unlearning toxic societal norms. And the last but absolutely not least thing on my list for July favorites. July is my birthday month, if you didn't know. And I decided for a birthday party, I was going to invite my friends over to my house. My rule was everybody needed to take a COVID test before they showed up, and everybody had to dress up as emo as possible because we did a house party version of emo night. I had a friend who literally brought over a karaoke machine and a microphone. We had throwback candy. We had throwback decorations. We had beer pong and jello shots, ring pops, disposable cameras, like all the things. It was so much fun. And the reason that this is on my list is because I had a birthday party last year. Through the pandemic, I was in a very isolating relationship. The pandemic was isolating in itself. I didn't have a lot of like friends that I like felt like strongly were definitely going to show up to a birthday party that I felt super close with. Like, I had new connections, new friends from streaming, but like I wasn't super close with any of them yet and blah, blah, blah. But this year, my guest list was all people that I felt safe and comfortable and trusted, people that I've gotten really close with in 2022. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Oh my God. Sorry, I didn't realize this was going to make me cry. This is a huge improvement for me and my quality of life, because my whole life I've been a people pleaser. I have been unaware of the way that I talk to people and treat people. And I had lots of friendships that were very strong and then died, you know, and then I didn't connect with those people ever again. But ever since I've been going on this journey of learning about myself and recovering from my people pleaser tendencies and learning about my neurodivergence, the biggest priority in my life has been making quality over quantity, real, true connection with people, especially like platonically, because I was always a serial dater for years, and that's where I found all my connection, which is just not healthy. God, I just wish that 15-year-old Cooley could see this version of me now. I wish that 12-year-old me could see this version of me now. I wish that 21-year-old me could see this version of me now, because all of these people that came to my birthday party mean a lot to me. I don't know. Maybe that's not monumental for everyone, but it's been monumental for me. And it feels really nice to reminisce on that and to put it in my favorites list and to like recount it. I had so much fun. And I didn't feel embarrassed to be my full self at the party. I really went all out at my birthday party, and I had a great time, and I didn't wake up feeling embarrassed or regretting anything, man. And I didn't even wake up with a hangover. Don't know how I did that. Don't ask me, because I think I had like 27 Jello shots. I do not recommend, but I do recommend having a birthday party with a karaoke machine. That shit was fucking fire. And if you guys are like, oh my God, her poor neighbors. Guys, I live in a house. I don't live in an apartment, so. Moving on to my August favorites. I have quite the list, y'all. August was a good month. I'll say it. The first thing on my list for August, I've already talked about in a different YouTube video, but I'm going to talk about it again because I loved it. I went and saw Nope in theaters with my dad, and let me tell y'all, this movie was innovative as hell. Like, I knew it was going to be good because Jordan Peele is a fucking genius, but it exceeded my expectations. I had so much fun, and I still want to see it again. I can't wait to own it. I can't wait to rewatch it many times. I think it was one of the best horror films I've seen in years. And I just think that 2022 is the year to start having new horror classics. That movie is one day going to be a classic. That's how good it was. Some people have said to me that they didn't like it and they didn't understand it, and I don't understand people who didn't like it. I don't get what there wasn't to like. Anyway, great film. If you guys want to know more of my opinion on that movie, I talk about it in my horror movies I've seen in 2022 YouTube video. I am thinking about talking about horror films more on this channel. If that interests you, let me know in the comment section below, because I have ideas, and this is my favorite shit to talk about. Okay, the next thing on my list is my amazing news that if you follow me on other social media, you know about. If you watched my last drunk video, you know about it. But if you don't, if you've been living under a rock, governor, I don't know why I did that. If you guys don't know, I am doing musical theater again. I got cast in my first local theater production of a show in 5 years, dude. 5 years. I auditioned for Cabaret at the Georgetown Palace here in Texas, and I got cast as a Kit Kat Club dancer, and I have been having so much fun. I've missed it so much. I completely understand why I was so passionate about it for so many years. It is huge to me that I am back in it with a so much less toxic mindset about myself and about others. I've just come into this project with an open mind and the desire to like make friends and just have a great time and challenge myself again. And I'm doing lifts, I'm doing shit upside down, I am wearing skimpy clothes on stage, I'm thriving. Anyway, I've had the best time, and it's been so nice to get back into it. I've missed theater like it was an old friend, so it feels good to be back in it. If you guys are in Texas or willing to travel to Texas in October through the beginning of November and would like to see the show, I will put the link to the box office in the description. If you guys do see my show, represent me well. Be respectful audience members. But I hope to see you there. Okay, I brought this up a little bit ago. I said, I want to be on some D&D podcasts. And I actually was like a year or two ago, but it ended up getting canceled because of issues that don't need to be talked about. But anyway, this year I was on the Stinky Dragon pod. Yes, I was a voice on that, yes. But I also got to be in a Brett Ultimus campaign in the world of IO called March on Faewunder. This Dungeons & Dragon experience was easily the most fun I have ever had playing the game. It was welcoming, and every member of the group was so willing to tell a fun story. We all wanted the same thing out of this experience, which was to just like have fun and tell a great story and entertain each other and respect each other and work off each other. And fuck, we made a wonderful story. March on Faewunder was originally supposed to be a 10-episode campaign. It ended up being more than that. but it is already done. So if you guys haven't seen it, I will also put the link to the playlist in the description below so you can binge every episode. It was a side quest campaign, basically, but we have been confirmed for a season 2, and I'm so stoked. I won't tell you anything about it. You have to go watch it yourself. Brett, our dungeon master, he has created a whole entire world of IO. He has a YouTube channel dedicated to it. His D&D sessions are dedicated to it. He'll run like 5 campaigns at once, all happening in the same world around the same time. They all interact with each other without interacting with each other, if that makes sense. I just respect him so much as a dungeon master. He works so hard and creates amazing stuff. And the people in my party were just incredible. I'll put all of the people that were in the party with me and their characters right here. I have so much respect for each and every one of these people. I had so much fun working with them and learning from them and just working off of them and just having the best time. My character, Pandora, is very near and dear to my heart now, and I am so grateful that I got to meet her, create her, meet her, bring her to life. I miss it so much already. It hasn't even been a week since it's ended, and I miss it so much. But we got a season 2, baby! Ooh, ooh! So I hope that some of you guys catch up and watch it so that once season 2 happens, more of you guys will stay tuned. Let me know. Oh my god. The next thing on my list for August, new meds. New meds. I will never tell you guys what kind of meds I'm on and etc. because as an influencer, I can influence your decisions on shit. Yeah, even if I don't mean to, and it is not my job, it is not my profession. Everybody's different, etc. So I won't tell you guys what kind of meds I am on and what they are, what they do, etc. But I will tell you that I started new meds at the beginning of August. It has now been over a month, and I have gone a month with so much less anxiety, so much less decision paralysis. I haven't gotten overwhelmed, and if I had gone through this month without these meds, if I had gone through this month as the version of myself a few months ago, adding musical theater to YouTube and streaming, I wouldn't have made it this far. I would have had many a meltdown. I would have been so stressed and just sleeping all the time. I'd probably be horribly depressed. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's not the meds. Maybe it's just because I'm also doing a new thing that I'm very passionate about and excited about. I don't know. But I do really, truly believe that the meds are helping and they're working. And after being on a journey, going through so many meds for like 2 years now, I feel so much relief. And I hope that this feeling lasts. Because it has only been like a month and a few weeks. I am functioning. I am not getting overwhelmed. I haven't had to take as many overwhelmed naps. It's just been so good. Everything's been so good. Everything's been so good. Yeah. I'm going to plug a friend for the next thing on my list. My friend Detune is just a hardworking himbo. I love them to death. And he's been streaming for a while. He's also a musician. He's in a band called Glasslands. I've seen him live. He's fucking phenomenal. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Okay? He's amazing. And he's a great person. But not only that, he has recently started a series on Twitch called Paranormal Detour, which is a thing where he spends a night with a streamer friend or two in some sort of building that is haunted. And he ghost hunts and interacts with the ghosts and live streams all of it. Here's the thing, like, I think so many of us have preconceptions. Is that the word I'm looking for? I almost feel like ghost hunting is kind of stigmatized because of lots of reasons. We've seen lots of overproduced ghost hunting shows that just don't seem real and probably aren't because they're just creating specific content. But Detune goes at this in a very genuine way. He is always, naming boundaries and asking questions and being respectful to the ghosts. And it's a sublime experience watching him experience something he's so passionate about and something that is kind of scary, but also so interesting. And I really think that his paranormal streams need to get more attention. They get lots of attention. They need more. Not only that, but the production value, the way that his mods are just on it, the way that he has fail safes when technical issues arise, and he makes sure that he's always respectful, and he always has like someone on hand that is a security guard of sorts, and everybody is safe. And it's honestly, I am so inspired by Jordan, and I respect his everything. I respect him so much for what he's done with Paranormal Detour. Definitely consider checking it out if you have the chance. Also, it brought us this amazing clip of my friend Sheebs when she went to a haunted prison with him.
Or could you tell me?
Please get out.
Yup, see you later.
The next thing on my list is a game that came out in August called Cult of the Lamb. This game, y'all, has me in a chokehold, okay? I never in a million years would ever think I was into a roguelike. I don't like roguelike games. I don't like games that are so challenging that I can't have fun, okay? This game isn't like that. This game is roguelike and difficult, but there's so many other elements that are almost like Animal Crossing, but like instead of a farm, you're creating a cult. And your viewers on Twitch can be in your cult. And you can sacrifice your viewers and make them eat poop. This all sounds terrible, but all the characters are animals, so it's like kind of cute at the same time too. Somehow this game is the perfect mix of cute and creepy and dark and funny. It's a really good game. I liked it so much that I actually also bought it on the Switch to play offline when I'm not streaming, so. It was also the perfect reason for me to bust out my Midsummer cosplay from last year. We're not a cult. We're not a cult, actually. We're definitely not a cult. Anyway. Ooh, I have a new hyperfixation on a song. Don't remember the last time I put a song in my favorites. Actually, I think I put a song in my last favorites video. Yeah, it was a Harry Styles song. Anyway, the song is called Witch, W.i.t.c.h. It's a song by Devin Cole. She created the song duetting a musician on TikTok, and people liked her duet so much that she made a full song out of it. The music video is dope. If you guys haven't seen the music video, definitely check it out. I love it, especially if you are a fan of like dark academia, cottagecore, gay, witchy vibes. It's a great music video. But this song has currently been on loop for me at least once a day because I don't know, it just feels like really good. It's just a song that feels good and makes me feel good. All right, the last thing on my favorites list. I don't even know if it should be on my favorites list because is it a favorite or am I just torturing myself and it's funny to watch back later? Mortuary Assistant. It's a new game that came out where you work in a mortuary, but you're also being haunted by a demon or a few demons. And it's really good. It's really good. It's so fun. I have so much fun playing it. Anyway, if you guys want to see me play it in a YouTube video, let me know in the comment section below because we can chop up the streams of me playing it and put it on the channel if you're interested. Because I definitely had a great time playing it both times I played it. Definitely didn't have nightmares about it. Definitely didn't have trouble sleeping about it. Definitely didn't try to play Phasmo later for YouTube content and have to stop because I got too scared. Definitely didn't do that. Anyway, so that was my July and August favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love making these videos. This shit's so fucking good for my mental health. It is so important to practice gratitude, y'all, and that's why I love making these videos. I'm grateful that you guys like watching them because if you didn't, I wouldn't continue making them, but they are genuinely like just so good for me. I always feel so much better after filming them. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I'm going to keep drilling it in your brains, y'all. If you enjoy this video, consider doing this on your own. Make a notepad in your phone or even a physical one. And throughout the month, if there's something that you just are vibing with throughout the month, write it in your favorites. Keep a list of your favorite things that you've experienced during your month. You can also do this daily in a gratitude journal. That shit is so delicious. So good for you. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below some of the favorite things that you experienced in August and or July. I know it's been a while. I am so sorry that I am late once again. But the next favorites video is going to be after Halloween, so you're going to get another 2 months together for the next one, and I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay, but we've just filmed so much Halloween content, and I really hope you guys are enjoying that too. If you guys haven't seen any of my Halloween content yet this year, I will make sure to put that playlist in the description. And I'm sorry, I'm doing so much plugging, but before I go, see these? Follow them. Any of them. If you want. I won't pressure you. I won't, like, make you do it, but do it. I'm just kidding. Don't. I'm sorry. That was aggressive. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on the YouTubes later. Let's practice gratitude together, friends.